Hello, 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 ladies, gentlemen, and trolls. Welcome to my very first YouTube video. I am the Fish, and I'll be your master of ceremonies for today. Now, since this is my very first YouTube video, I'm going to start by giving you guys a little bit of background about who I am and what I do. Well, I started playing StarCraft all the way back in the day when I was about 12 years old when it first came out. One day I was over at my cousin's house and he was playing, roasting some Zerg with his siege tanks and Goliaths, and he let me play, and ever since that moment I've just been such a huge fan. Now on my channel you can expect to be seeing a lot of StarCraft 2. I plan on casting a lot of games, and I also might be casting some other games as well, maybe some Modern Warfare 3 once that comes out in a couple of days. Today is November the 5th, and I'll be casting some pretty cool stuff. Hopefully my goal is to bring you guys some stuff that you haven't seen before, maybe give you guys a little bit of a different perspective on what's going on in the world, just give you guys some new options about what you can see. Now these first games that I decided to cast come from the ASUS Republic of Gamers tournaments, and it's a really exciting tournament to me. The first prize for this tournament was actually about 8,000 euros, so that's a pretty awesome pool there. And I gotta say, ASUS is a great company, and I actually own a lot of their products. In fact, the computer I'm using right now to cast this game is using an ASUS motherboard, and I love them. They always do good work by me, so I'm very excited that they're hosting this tournament, helping esports out like that. It's just great to see. Now, another reason that I chose this particular matchup is that I just love TVZ. Love it. I think it's so exciting. You've got the Marines versus Banelings matchup. Just makes everything so great. Explosions, siege tanks, boom, bob, bada bing, bada boom. It's just great, and I hope this game is as exciting as most of these TVZ matchups have been. So let's go into it. Let's get right into it. First, a little disclaimer: I have not seen these games before. This commentary is basically just me live watching these replays and just going off the top of my head with what I think's going on. Hopefully, I don't screw up too badly, and you guys, like listening to me. Now, a little bit of background on our two players. On the 6 o'clock position, we have DIMAGA. Now, DIMAGA, he's kind of a favorite of mine. I'm a little bit biased here, I got to admit, guys. I do like watching DIMAGA's stream. He's great. Now, DIMAGA hails from the Ukraine. He plays as Zerg, and he's just a great player. He used to play Brood War. Now he works for the team. I think it's called Team Mortal Teamwork, and they're a really good team rather. And he favors this kind of aggressive Zerg playstyle, which I find very exciting to watch. And I think it's just a really cool playstyle. He's infamous because he's won even a few games against people as good as like Nesty. He's won round of 3 against guys like Nesty. So really exciting to watch him play. Now, of course, this other guy we have here is none other than Liquid TLO, the little one. He hails from Germany and he plays Terran. Now, he's a fan favorite. A lot of people like watching his stream. Every time I jump on to look at his streams, he's always doing something crazy. He's got this awesome play style. So really excited for this matchup right now. This is one of the reasons that I picked this game to cast as my first stream. So, well, let's get right into it. We've got TLO coming in with some Hellions right off the bat. And back at his base, we can see a second factory coming down, but what's he doing here? He looks like he's going to be working on taking down this destructible rocks, this debris, and well, he's slowly going to be working that out. DIMAGA, I don't know if he saw this or not, but he is prepared for some kind of early aggression, and definitely Hellions are always going to be a threat in this matchup in the early game, so those Hellions will not get into his base, but opening up this pathway here could be a huge advantage for TLO. Now, and the reason I say that is because this third, which DIMAGA already grabbing a pretty early third, can be pretty vulnerable if this is opened up. This passageway is rather large as compared to this choke, where TLO trying to poke in here. I don't know if he's going to be able to. DIMAGA's got a pretty nice little narrow choke area. It's going to be tough for these Hellions to sneak by with all of these queens coming now to try and stop this from happening. Will they chase them down? No. Those queens don't want to get off the creep there. They could be at risk if they do. Meanwhile, let's see. TLO, he's got 3 factories, so that's quite a lot of factories. And oh, look at that, an armory going down. So he's definitely favoring the mech style of play in this game. He's got this one lone barracks not producing anything, so you can tell that he's definitely going for the mech style play. Continuing to work down these rocks. It's taking forever though. I know what TLO wants to be doing. He wants to have his Hellions here so that he can just roast away at these drones, but I don't know if DIMAGA is going to let him in, and that's quite a number of Zerglings here. So DIMAGA certainly prepared for this matchup. Now we see DIMAGA actually supply blocked a little bit, and oh, these Hellions are coming in right now. Will they be able to get any drone kills? Not yet. And they're going to get surrounded by these Lings here. Not the best positioning. And oh, TLO is actually able to move out here. A lot of Lings getting roasted by these Hellions. So not a bad engage here by TLO. Still, most of his Hellions are alive. And he's going to start working on this third base. These queens just moving so slow, not able to catch up to them. And it looks like DIMAGA is taking a little bit of damage here. And the supply count's now evening up pretty good, but oh wow, what a great surround! What a great move by DIMAGA. He's going to surround all these Hellions and take them out. That was a great move. He moved his Lings all the way around here for the flank move, I guess. And that was great. He was able to clean up those Hellions pretty effectively. Let's see what TLO is going to be doing in response to this. He's just working out of these factories. We see some Thors on the way. And from DIMAGA, what do we have from DIMAGA? Spire going down somewhere. There it is. So that Spire is going to be probably signaling the arrival of some Mutalisks, something that we see quite often in Zerg versus Terran. So layer tech out for DIMAGA. He's working on getting +1 Ling attack. Now looks like TLO, he's got a couple Thors. Not a lot of units in the field though. Really just this Thor and this Hellion. So, and now 2 Thors. So his army has just kind of gotten a lot bigger right there. Let's check the income tab. So it looks like they're pretty even at this point. DIMAGA with a slight harvester lead right now, but with those mules, man, you can see that just a ton of minerals coming in. TLO now also working on his third, and these Lings are going to get roasted. The blue flame upgrade has finished at this point. So TLO really in a pretty good position right now. Would like to see some more backbone kind of units in his army, but DIMAGA really still trying to macro up, not really able to bring any sort of pressure as punishment for this Hellion attack. And man, TLO is just so good with these Hellions. Here he comes moving in with trying to get some drones there. 2 drones go down, 4 drones go down, 5 drones, and not only does TLO get a bunch of drones, but he sees these Mutalisks pop out, so it looks like he will know what's heading his way. These Mutalisks are going to be, well, I don't know what DIMAGA is really planning on doing with these. I don't see any upgrades coming down for them, so he's probably just going to be harassing with these Mutalisks. We should keep an eye on those. In the meantime, DIMAGA did he's trying to secure this 4th base. Pretty smart idea. Always a good idea to stay one step ahead of your Terran opponent as a Zerg player. So now, let's see, what are these Mutalisks going to be able to do here? They're coming in. A Thor is in pretty good position to defend this, though. SCVs might go down. Good control again by TLO, moving those SCVs out of harm's way. And now this Thor is just is unchecked. Man, DIMAGA is just letting these Mutalisks get killed by these Thors here. And while a bunch of SCVs did go down, there is Mutalisk body parts strewn all over TLO's base. So I don't know if I agree with that attack by DIMAGA. He could have tried to move out. He could have tried to snipe some buildings. I mean, obviously, these tech labs, there are a lot of things you can do with Mutalisks instead of just sacrificing them to a Thor. So not really sure what DIMAGA had in mind there. He did kill a few units, though. And Infestors are out for DIMAGA. He doesn't quite have the upgraded to allow him to funga right away. What's that called? That upgrade, but well, he does have a number of roaches, and those are going to be pretty good. And oh, it looks like TLO is moving out with his Thors right here. So I don't know if DIMAGA will be able to deal with this many Thors. It's pretty scary looking right now, and he's bringing SCVs along for the ride, and I'm sure they're on yeah, they are on auto repair. So that's always a good thing to have. And well, TLO looks like he's going to be going for another base at some point, and just kind of chilling with these Thors. He backed off there. I'm not sure what he's trying to do. Maybe trying to force some more units out of DIMAGA or something. And if that's what he's trying to do, it's working, because DIMAGA is macroing intensely right now. So we do have +1 missile attacks for DIMAGA's roaches. And looks like both players are just trying to lick their wounds a little bit right now, get into a better position. I do like these overlords here by DIMAGA, but we have not seen any drop plays, so that's what these would be used to spot normally. We see that DIMAGA has about 56 harvesters. Now, at this point in the game, I think you'd want to be having close to about 70. That's what most of the really crazy macro players tend to do. 70 drones is really that magic number. It allows you to saturate 3 bases quite nicely. So, and that's what you want to do as a Zerg player. Really, to give you that, it's a good balance between income and just having an extra supply left over for your army. Now, some dancing going on. TLO is just relentless with these Hellions, and well, only 1 kill on these two, so I'm sure TLO was hoping to get a few more drones there, but that'll have to suffice. Now, it looks like DIMAGA is going to be moving out with his roaches here, and TLO smartly sieging up. The scan is going down right on time, and man, these roaches are just getting shelled, and here he comes. DIMAGA's coming in for a big attack here. Coming to attack these siege tanks. Will it be enough to take out the siege tank line and all these Thors? It looks like DIMAGA is going to be able to kill a whole bunch of things, but is it going to be enough? And the Thor's just doing work on these roaches, and no, DIMAGA is going to back out, in fact, so a lot of roaches getting killed right there. Bloody grounds everywhere. Siege tanks just ripping apart those roaches. Not, I think, quite what DIMAGA had in mind when he started that attack. So we see now that TLO's got a lot more harvesters, a lot more income, and he's going to get this base saturated pretty quick. This is now a planetary. That's going to be tough to break. But with that in mind, we do have a Greater Spire coming now, so we may be seeing some Broodlord action pretty soon. Some hot, steamy Broodlord action. Infestors moving out here to join up with their roach buddies, and TLO doing some pretty nice harassment with these. Only 2 kills on him, but DIMAGA just has not been able to get this base up and running at all. It's been essentially denied this whole game by just a couple of Hellions. It's a great use of Hellions by TLO, I gotta say. DIMAGA not even able to find these right now. So TLO just doing work right now with these Hellions. They've been plaguing DIMAGA all game. And this is starting to look like a pretty scary army. We see that TLO has a 30 supply lead over DIMAGA. Now trying to get this base up and saturated, up and running. And a 5th base coming down for DIMAGA. So this game looks like it's going to be going on and on much longer. And so more hot, sexy action for you guys to view. TLO unsieging is thinking about moving out right now. He's pretty close to maxed out. Yes, he is. The Thors are going to start. Thor is here. Moving in here. Taking out some creep tumors, paving the way. And oh wow, we actually have some cloaked banshees coming in. I didn't even notice that for TLO. And I don't know if DIMAGA's going to have anything to deal with this. Roach is trying to hold off these Thors. They're going to pick one off. They're going to back out, actually. And these Thors are looking really scary. And DIMAGA just has no answer for these cloaked banshees now. His army's been whittled away. Now 40 supply lead, but there are the Broodlords. But what is DIMAGA going to do about this? His infestors have been sniped, or they don't have enough energy. And this is just starting to look, getting like it's really starting to go in TLO's favor right now. And there they go. They finally go down, but man, that was pretty crazy. Cloaked Banshees at such a strange timing. And leave it up to TLO to come up with these kind of crazy plays. So now that he's managed to force DIMAGA's army back, he's going to go for his base, which now is finally up and running, but these drones are going to get killed pretty soon. DIMAGA moving in here to counter this, but a scan goes down, and TLO all over this. So it looks like DIMAGA's just going to go for a counter attack. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. He's just going to run in with these roaches, and these roaches are running right into siege tank fire. Will it be enough to take down this planetary, though? Take out and deny this expansion? I don't know. Let's have to find out and see. More roaches being rallied in. Meanwhile, this base has gone down completely, and TLO now forced to retreat with these Thors, but the Thors cannot catch the little roaches. They are puny, but they are fast. DIMAGA wisely splitting off some of his units here to go for the SCVs, splitting up his army, but I'm not sure what he's trying to do here. He's moving up the ramp, going to take out the Thor. That's a nice win for him. And these Thors are right on his heels, and he just keeps moving into his base. How much damage is he going to do? A lot of SCVs going down. Is he going to be able to do enough damage to really shut down TLO before these Thors arrive to save the day? Wow, 14 kills on this one, 10 on this one, 13 on this one. And it looks like these roaches will get cleaned up by the Thors. And what is DIMAGA going to do? Well, he's going to retake his 4th base, which was taken out in that last attack. So a couple of lone siege tanks moving out here. Now we see Vikings from TLO, and I think that's just good game sense. He's got to have a feeling, or I know that he saw the Broodlords before. He's got to have a feeling that he can really do some damage with these against those Broodlords. So that's probably what he's thinking. A bunch of siege tanks. This +3 is really gonna be able to take out these roaches. Only +1, +2 for DIMAGA at this point. No air upgrades at all. So it looks like we may be seeing another engagement pretty soon with TLO moving these Thors out. Not sure what he's trying to do here. The rest of his army is just back at this base. And really not sure why he's taking this position. These Thors are going to get caught separated from the rest of his army, and these roaches could pretty easily take them out if they're caught out of position like that. So TLO now retreating with his air force, but he is going to lose these Thors, and I'm not sure what he was trying to do here, but those are going to go down. But still, TLO is up by about 25 supply. Now these Vikings are moving in, and they're going to try to engage this air force. I don't know. There's a lot of corruptors here. Is TLO going to be able to take it out? And wow, TLO microing against corruptors here pretty effectively. Is it going to be enough? A lot of Vikings have gone down, but it looks like these corruptors are going to have to back off. Almost all of them taken out in that engagement. And meanwhile, these Banshees are just doing work on this 4th base. DIMAGA just cannot get another expansion up. He's basically mined out of his main and his natural. And here comes TLO. Big engage right here. DIMAGA throwing everything he has at this army from TLO. A whole bunch of siege tanks destroying these roaches. And there is just no answer for these Vikings. These Broodlords are scary, but they're not very scary when you have no air superiority. And those things are going to get taken out by these Vikings. And DIMAGA not looking too good. Rushing in some Lings here to try and take out what remains. Will it be enough, though? Here we come. Lings coming in for an attack right here. Will they be able to take out these Thors? And no, they will not. They're all going to go down. And there's the GG from DIMAGA. Wow, what an exciting game that was. I just can't believe that. Such a great mech play from TLO. I think that one of the biggest moments was when DIMAGA lost his 4th base over here. And this Thor, which destroyed that is still over there. Great control by TLO. And every engagement, he seemed to come out ahead. So good game, and I will see you guys for the next game. I've got 2 more coming up, so thank you everyone for watching.